Okay, SICHL GMs, you for some reason haven't found anything better to watch, so we might as well get started. As usual with the preseason rankings, we're going to start from the bottom. When the written rankings come up, we're going to start from the top. Big thanks to Mike for sorting out the Power Rankings tool. The written edition will return this year every 2 weeks for that. So big thanks to Mike. That's great. Looking forward to that. But this version, we're going to go from the bottom up. And Matt, unfortunately, someone has to be at the bottom.
Yes.
I was a little surprised, but maybe not all that surprised, because he's kind of been alluding to starting the rebuild, and it seems like the rebuild is now at spot number 30 in, the World Conference? No, that can't be right. The World Conference doesn't have any bad teams. At number 30, it's the St. Louis Spartans. Sean's team is pretty abysmal, Matt. They have the 26th rated forwards, the 29th rated defense, and the 29th rated goalies.
Yep.
They're not going to be able to score. They're not going to be able to prevent other teams from scoring. The tier we're in right now is the dumpster fire tier, as always. So, Matt, what TV show? Now, again, this is normally where we'd be like, let's analyze the forwards and what kind of prospects we have. We don't have that information at hand. Matt, what TV show can Sean really encapsulate this year?
Well, we've got a little bit of share. So I think this is not going to be the only time we see the Sparties down in this area. They're probably going to be down here for a bit, and that is a little bit of strategery, a little bit of design. I know there's no tanking anymore in the SIC.
No tanking.
Now that we have the gold system.
Oh, no.
But I think
that took how long? It took a minute 45 seconds. Okay, keep going.
But I think that we'll probably be talking about the Spartans in this general quadrant of the power rankings for a couple seasons. Logan Cooley's breakout is the first step forward. But they're still looking for some other young key players like Sebastian Cossa to take that step. Cossa, Pickering, and a handful of unrated prospects. But the work is underway. What happens with Kopitar is going to be the big thing this season, if it hasn't already.
I mean, someone's going to trade for him.
Yeah, so, this is a team that has made decisions to be in this place. They want to be in this place. And the TV show, writing credit to Eric on this one, is Dinosaurs.
Oh, now hang on a minute. Number one, I am thrilled that Dinosaurs made the list. I went back and watched every single episode from start to finish.
Really?
A few years ago. Yes, I was playing Cities Skylines, and that is the perfect podcast video game to watch. Something to the side, because you're kind of waiting for your construction to be done or your funds to increase so you can build some terrible bike path through traffic and things like that. It's great. But Dinosaurs is a terrific show. It does not belong this low.
But the rationale.
Okay, tell me.
The ending's already written. We're just waiting for the meteor.
Oh, no. So, actually, technically, the Dinosaur series finale is one of the most depressing, out-of-nowhere gut punches of TV history. So basically, Earl Sinclair gets in charge of this new thing where they cut down trees to get some fruit or something, and then the birds required to keep the synergy of the ecosystem go extinct, and then that leads to one thing after another. Anyway, it's the giant ice age that kills them. And they're in the TV room watching TV, and the newscaster, Howard Handupney, his final lines are, "Good night and goodbye."
I did not start this evening thinking that we'd get a detailed breakdown of the end of the Dinosaurs TV show, but here we are.
It wasn't quite as detailed. I love that show. That's great.
Hopefully we didn't inadvertently just break some sort of YouTube copyright rules.
Oh, good point. Well, we don't have any music, so music I know is the key one there. But Sean is as pleasant as Earl Sinclair, I think. So I'm okay with that. And the Spartans, of course, share a lot of similarity to our logo and right here in the heart. So Spartans, I hope you turn out better than the Dinosaurs. But of course, as the baby said, gotta love Sean.
Gotta love Sean.
I mean, it's gotta love me, but fit that in with Sean.
Better with Sean.
You need to unlock your phone so I can look at the next one. There we go. All right. Moving along. Number 29. Now, hang on.
Yes.
His rankings aren't right. We have another World Conference team at the bottom.
There must have been a typo.
Well, Eric, even though you have food poisoning, that's no excuse to get this wrong. Let's just go along with the error. Sorry. Matt, you were familiar with this team. This team dropped 9 spots compared to last year, which is tied for the biggest drop in the league. So this is a significant downgrade.
A plummet.
A downward shift, let's say. This team has the 21st ranked forwards, the 28th ranked defense, and literally the worst goalie tandem in the league. They're the last team in the Uber select dumpster fire tier. It's the Stockholm Cougars. Matt, what's going on with Stockholm?
Well, we'll go with the TV show. We went with Terra Nova.
Oh,
We're going a little
okay. Nice.
The expensive 2011 TV show about both time travel and dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Cost about $100 million to make and barely got through its only season.
Yeah.
Similarly, unfortunately, last year's big spending in the previous offseason for the Cougars didn't really pan out, and things look grim this year, in large part due to a combination of a lack of goaltending, as Henry mentioned, lack of defense, and lack of forward depth.
Damn.
However, there are tradable pieces if he opts to rebuild. Plus, he's got Shane Wright, Ryan Backer, Luke Hughes, Lev Shanov, not to mention he went full Dawn in round 1 of this year's draft and came with both Ravensburger. I know it's Ravensburgen, but it really should be.
It should be Ravensburger. I agree.
And also Ivankovic. So, he's invested heavily in goaltending for the future, has a spectacular young defense group. But it's going to be a tough year.
It sounds like he's doing the right thing. I mean, it's, he swung for the fences on Lafreniere. That didn't quite work out, but he's certainly still a capable forward.
Yep.
And to be fair, we'll probably say this more than a few times, this is a very good year to be bad. If you're going to be bad, it sounds like the upcoming draft is maybe worth it.
But nobody's trying to be bad.
No. Well, you can't because of the goal points.
Exactly.
C'est impossible.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Tom, hang in there. And it sounds like you and Matt are going to have a great trip soon.
Yeah, we'll be there in 2 weeks.
Fantastic. Okay, well, safe travels. And there we go. We're out of the dumpster fire tier.
Nope, one more.
What?
I think it was only 2.
There's only 2 in the dumpster fire tier.
I'm sorry, my apologies.
Now we've moved on to the PU tier. So they're not quite a dumpster fire, but they're not really all that far from the flaming garbage receptacle. So these teams don't really have much of a hope. Eric's notes are these teams stink. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, nothing less. Well, that's something. So they can't get any worse. They could get worse.
Some of them, I think, will actually get worse.
Oh, dear. Okay, well, let's dive into it. At number 29. Aha! Finally.
Number 28.
What? Oh, geez, we're already on 28. We're going so fast. Number 28. Finally, we have a Canadian team, like it should be. Number 28. Now, I have a problem with this. I already have a problem. Because I know this team has maybe the best prospect selection in the entire league. So Matt's not going to be here for long. I'm not talking about this Matt. I'm talking about other Matt.
Does this get canceled?
No. I'm not talking about Matt. I'm not talking about that other nickname we have. I'm talking about Matt Birch. The Calgary Mustangs are number 28, the first team in the PU category.
Yep.
Their forwards are ranked 22nd. Their defense is ranked 21st. Okay. And their goaltending is ranked 28th. I'm starting to see a remix. I'm starting to see a theme with the bad teams and bad. It's almost like goaltending is very important.
Almost.
Yeah. So, Matt, tell us about the Calgary Mustangs, or rather, what TV show do you think of when you think of the Calgary Mustangs?
Well, we've got Matthew Schaefer. Got Zeev.
I'm so jealous. Oh, my God. And Demidov.
Ugh. He's made 22 picks in the last 2 drafts.
Whoa.
In the next 2 drafts, he currently has 22 as well. A lot of them are later rounds, but he's accumulated a ton of picks. Matty Deuce has a clear plan.
It's a lot of picks.
And it's also fun that he now has to hate watch Canucks prospect Thomas Willander due to the fact that he owns young Willander's rights as well.
Matt, what a jerk.
But the Mustangs, they're Yellowstone.
Well, that's enough for me. I didn't think Yellowstone was going to be on it. You told me Yellowstone was going to be on here.
I said no such thing. Because, Henry, it is all about the ranch.
I know it's about the ranch. I know. I get that. I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to calm down. So for those of you who don't know, Yellowstone is a show. Started out great, and then it got worse and worse. I can't even bring myself. I never not finish a series. I finished Heroes. I watched an episode a week of Naruto and Boruto for like 22 years. I finished it. I can't finish Yellowstone.
And yet, in this particular case, ranch is actually acting as a synonym for the farm. Like
I get it.
It's clear that this is a rebuilding team. Matt has put in place a spectacular base. This is a team that is going to be contending for cups in a couple of years. And probably for a long time.
Well, that's not fair because I've been contending for a cup for 21 years and I haven't won one yet. So, Matt, I don't know what kind of crap you're pulling, but we're moving on. That's enough of you. That's enough of you and your excellent stable of young players. Number 27. We're already at 27. We're back to the world, which I'm sure is a mistake. It's the Dublin Shamrocks. Ryan Shamrocks has the 28th rated forwards, the literally the worst defense in the league, rated 30th. However, the 10th highest rated goaltending.
Yeah, that's the Stolars effect.
Interesting. Okay, well, we know Dublin. It's interesting. Dublin here, they were actually only rated 2 spots worse than last year's preseason power rankings. And for those of you that weren't paying attention, not only did Ryan make the playoffs, he knocked out possibly the only real cup favorite other than Jeff, the Portland Buckaroos, in 5 games in the first round. Ryan is the epitome of the GM that really outplays his own hand. He doesn't really care what his roster is. He's a mad scientist with those lines. He gets the most out of his roster.
Yeah, for sure. So you'd say from last by the rankings, but in large part due to Stolars. With no picks until their own first in 2027, unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a rough slog. Notwithstanding the aforementioned ability of Dublin to simply play better than anybody thinks they will. The show here, Space Force, the Netflix show.
Okay. And, yes, nice.
It wasn't a very good show, but much how Stolars is sort of carrying them in the rankings. John Malkovich, every time he was on screen in that show, he had a chance to steal the episode. Stolars is going to steal them some games.
Right.
And also periodically, frankly, that show, even though it was rough, it had some episodes that was better than you'd expect. And I think that really fits with what Ryan's been able to do with the Shamrocks going forward.
Man, we are nailing this theme. And by we, I mean not me. It's Eric and Matt. Ryan, once again, I don't even know if I can say great job. I'm just going to say I'm looking forward to what your team can do. And if Ryan ends up squeaking into 7th and 8th, I don't think too many people would actually be surprised.
No, I wouldn't.
It just kind of happens, especially in the Uber Cool World Conference where anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, the cool conference. Okay, let's move on. Number 26, dropping 5 spots from last year. The Brno Barons are having a bit of a rough time kind of getting out of that tier. They're still sort of in the middle of the PU segment. They're rated 25th forwards, 23 in defense, and 26 in goaltending. Brno doesn't quite have a lot going for them, Matt. Do they have anything else going for them?
I feel bad about this one.
No.
I feel bad.
No. Okay.
And I'm not even going to do the we don't talk about Brno joke.
You just did?
That's true.
There's still no score in the fantasy football game. We got the Packers and the Eagles game going on. You know what would really stink is if the Packers won and Jeff is a big Packers fan, it would just be salt in the wound.
Salt in the wound.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
So unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to talk about here. But they do have Kyle Connor, who's one of my favorite looking players in the league. Because you look at Kyle Connor, and he looks like the type of person who shows up to a bunch of beer league hockey games. Nobody knows whose buddy he is on the team, but he goes out and scores 6 goals.
Yeah, he doesn't look like ripped. He kind of looks like...
He's never back-checked. Has never crossed like his own center line, but the guy just snipes in like top tier beer league hockey. Nobody knows where he came from. So that's my Kyle Connor thing.
Nice. I can see that.
The show, although I mean they're early in the rebuild as well. I do want to acknowledge that they have Den Yoye. They're a firm lower tier team. Not having their own second next year is a little bit unfortunate, but otherwise the pieces are here to reconstruct moving forward.
Nice. They've got their first.
The team, like as I let off with, there's a little bit of not a whole lot that stood out to me. So they're the TV show Last Man Standing.
Oh,
which
okay.
I didn't actually know that Tim Allen had a TV show on ABC and Fox that ran for 10 years.
Longer than Home Improvement. And he's got another one. Right now.
He does another one with Kat Dennings.
Yes.
But yeah, I like right in this exact moment, a little bit of a forgettable team, but there's some pieces there.
Okay.
And living in a bit of a mushy spot right now.
We're all about finding hope. And I remember Matt and I were reminiscing, of course, the Jays losing maybe the most painful sporting event loss we've ever seen. And I remember reading one of the Reddit thread on the game. It was either in the baseball subreddit or the Blue Jays subreddit. I think it must have been the Blue Jays one. And the top comment, the first one you see right away is, "It's the hope that kills you." So I hope we're not killing Bob's hope here. But as Matt said, there are pieces there. And the Barons have a lot to work with. Let's see what they can do.
Yep.
All right. Next up is a very good friend of mine, very dear to my heart. We have the Okanagan Sun Devils at number 25, also dropping 8 spots. A putrid shiftward downward. So yeah, the Sun Devils are in for a rough ride. They actually have their first round pick this year. So that's important. Okanagan has the 27th best forwards, the 17th best defenseman, thanks to Letang and Carlson, and the 22nd best goaltending. They're still in the PU category. Ryan, does this team stink? Nothing more, nothing less?
That's probably a fair characterization.
Yeah.
Also, once again, credit to Eric. The Sun Devils are the red-green show.
Yes!
They are resourceful.
Fantastic.
They're ridiculous.
Yeah.
Duct tape holds this whole operation together. And it fits. Like, you never know what Ryan's going to do. There's some great stuff here, but who knows how it's going to come together.
That's amazing because, of course, the Red Green show ran forever. Loves hockey, loves talking about Canadian stuff. That's Ryan in a heartbeat. You could take Ryan and easily put him in as a character on the Red Green show, and he would fit right in. I think that's great. Yeah. No, he and his wife now live in a very new, nice house. His older house was, let's say it had character. It was a smaller house. A lot of stuff was worked on that house that maybe Red Green would have had a part in it, for sure. Kept it together. It's interesting to see. I know Ryan is, look at that. Now, how's that? That is creepy timing.
That is true.
Ryan literally just messaged on the Discord, and Matt has a notification on his phone. So Ryan can sense that we're talking about his team. I know he has some cool, I think, team updates coming on his team page. He was showing me some new logos. So that may be the best thing to come out of the Sun Devils. But we know Ryan is not afraid to make some trades. Let's see what he does. But he's not a playoff team.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay. But I hope you're sitting down for this, SICHL GMs, esteemed as you are. We've been wrong before. I think like twice.
Sure.
Yeah, not very often. Not very often. Okay, Sun Devils are done. Let's move on to, we were just talking about Pat. We were talking about Pat's Ottawa Slammers. Ottawa has slightly improved from last year. They're 3 spots higher. They're still in that PU category, but they're trying to climb out. Pat has the worst forwards group in the league. No forward group is worse than Pat. However, this is very impressive. Pat is the 9th best defense in the league. A top 10 defense. Interesting. And the 15th best goaltending. So Pat's team is going to have to turtle. But if you have the 9th best defense and the 15th best goaltending, you might be able to steal some games and squeak into the playoffs. You never know.
Yep.
Okay. Matt, what TV show do we have for the Pat Slammers?
He's the boys.
Yes. That's so great.
Because both Pat and the boys are a bit explosive, pretty loud.
That's so awesome.
And periodically, a wee bit offensive.
And yet compelling, and we can't turn away.
Absolutely.
All right.
The Dustin Wolf Lankinen combo is a really nice tandem in net, lacking true dominance, kind of like the Deep and A Train to stick with the theme. The defense has a lot of depth to it. As you mentioned, it's a good, solid team. Kind of like the 7.
Yes, indeed. Fantastic. Now, I wish we could incorporate somehow Mark being involved in Pat's team, because Mark, of course, made an appearance on The Boys
starred in an episode.
Starred in an episode as an orderly
or male nurse. It's hard to say.
No, I said nurse, and I was wrong. They're in the same conference.
Yes.
Yeah, they're in the same conference. So there's the Mark connection. Pat is one of those mad scientists. If he decides to trade some of his pieces, I know he's got some good prospects. I know he has Lekka Ramaki for one. He's on the right path, and we really don't need to encourage Pat or tell Pat what to do. He knows what to do, and he's going to do it.
Pat.
All right. We have now reached the end of this particular tier. I know some of you were hoping we've gotten to the end of the video, but no, there is more. And already you're telling, well, we're going by quickly. But again, we warned you. This is a vibes-based video preseason Palooza Bonanza thing. We're going to add thing to it. So we're at the end of the PU category. Dustin, check your Discord messages. It's Dustin's Aces, who are somehow better than last year. 5 spots, they've increased. They have the 29th best forwards, the 27th best defense, and the 4th best goaltending, which I would like some, please. The Aces are surely only here because of the goaltending.
Yeah. Again, credit here to Mr. Schneider. The Aces are the Simpsons after season 10.
Oh, I hope we have seasons pre-season 10 on here. I hope we do. But yes, that is appropriate.
They used to be unstoppable, but now, running a little bit on reputation, still flashes of brilliance every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Dustin is the proverbial mystery wrapped in an enigma, shrouded in uncertainty. What happens with Blackwood could be the key. If he stays with the team, that's a goalie who can win you, especially over in the World Conference.
Yeah.
Can get you into the playoffs, or it can build a wee bit skeptical. Or it can
no, it's just that World Conference crack. I don't know. Okay, keep going.
Or it can be the piece that provides a little bit more depth and helps them build moving forward. He has all of his first rounders.
Nice.
After this upcoming draft, so that's a new thing.
Whoa,
so perhaps,
yeah, he got a lot back.
So perhaps, I think time is sort of. So he's turning into something a little bit different.
Very cool. And like the Simpsons, Dusty hobnobs with quite a few celebrities. He's a busy man.
He is the celebrity.
He could guest star in his own show. Points on the board. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to the Aces. Dustin, please check your Discord messages. I would love to make a trade because, as you'll see later on, I need help in goal.
Spoiler alert, that's going to come up a lot later.
Okay. Well, that is the end of this particular video, folks. We went from teams 30 to 23. Next up are going to be teams 22 to 16 in maybe the most compelling category of will they, won't they? Will you watch more SICHL preseason?
Little Ross and Rachel situation there.
Oh, well, hopefully we won't be on a break for too long, but we'll be right back.